Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
He had an impact on everybody he came to meet.
A young man taken in an instant. Family and friends of a Camp Pendleton Marine killed in a wrong-way crash, remembering him tonight. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena is live with the new details. We're learning about exactly how the tragic incident unfolded. Lindsay.
Yeah, that's right, Stephen. Kim, the CHP tells us that that Marine may not have even known what was happening when it was happening. They say that that wrong-way driver did not have his lights on when he crashed that night.
It's still setting in that 19-year-old Matt Adams is gone. The Camp Pendleton Marine had just wrapped up a trip home to Orem, Utah.
He was able to get leave for 15 days after Christmas. He was home for the new year.
By all accounts, Adams was a stand-up guy who was making the most of his time in the military.
He's matured so much ever since he matured so much when he joined the Marines, and he just became a whole new person. It was amazing.
He had an impact on everybody he came to meet.
His girlfriend, Raiden Lynn, choked back tears, remembering how she waited for a call that never came.
Got a message that he had landed and never heard that he had made it back to base.
Tuesday, around midnight, CHP says a man identified as Christian Zarita was speeding away from police in a truck, going the wrong way on the 5 when he hit Matt's car head-on, killing him.
The most frustrating part for my family is to have someone who ran away from their mistakes and ran away from those actions to be the one that ends up taking my brother.
Zarita was also killed. 10 News learned he had a criminal history dating back to 1999. He was also charged with fleeing from officers before and was scheduled to appear in court for that case today.
Now, Adams' body will be brought back to Utah, where his family is currently planning his funeral services. We're reporting live on the 5 freeway. Lindsay Pena, 10 News.
Such a tragic crash. Thank you, Lindsay. We have breaking news now coming out of Oceanside. All lanes of westbound 76 are closed from Airport Road to Canyon Drive. This is a live look from our breaking news tracker. It comes after a bicyclist died after being hit by at least one vehicle near westbound 76 at Bennett Road. It happened just after 7 o'clock tonight. She died at the scene. Caltrans says the driver stopped and is cooperating with authorities. Drugs and alcohol were not factors.
Police are looking for 3 teenagers as part of the investigation into the death of a man today in South Crest. Police roped off 3 blocks all afternoon near 41st and Boston Avenue. Around noon, people spotted a man bleeding while sitting behind the wheel of a car. They arrived, police did, but they couldn't save him. Witnesses say they saw 3 teenagers running quickly away from the car. Police haven't revealed the victims' names or how he was killed. New at 11, the search is on for an Orange County couple who may be missing in Tijuana. Maria Lopez and Jesus Guillen have not been seen since this past Friday. They left that morning to check on a property they own in Mexico. One of their daughters says they made it to Tijuana and were supposed to head back to Garden Grove the same day, but the couple has not returned. Mexican police, the FBI, and the U.S. State Department are looking for them.
Mayor Kevin Faulconer announced his vision to combat the city's housing and homeless problems, laying it all out in his last State of the City address. 10 News reporter Anthony Perez is joining us now live downtown. Anthony, the mayor says this is his most ambitious plan yet.
That's right, the mayor promising a year of action. He spent some of his time tonight talking about some of his successes, like getting the homeless numbers down, as well as some of the services that they've been able to start up. He says he wants to build on all of that.
There is work to do, and we're not slowing down.
Mayor Kevin Faulconer doesn't plan to take the foot off the gas on his final year in office. Instead, he says he'll be focused on 2 complex and ongoing issues: homelessness and housing. In his final State of the City address, the mayor announced a partnership with the County of San Diego to address the drug and mental health problems facing the homeless population.
We will deploy mental health teams to all of the city's bridge shelters, place people with severe addiction in residential care, and follow it up with a significant increase in county resources.
In addition, the mayor is working with County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher on a public-private partnership to open the first county bridge shelter. It will support the city and county's mental health efforts. In the spring, the mayor says he'll outline a plan to the city council that will stop putting neighborhoods at odds against more housing development. He says his plan will incentivize developers to fund improvements like parks, sidewalks, and bike lanes. That way, neighbors benefit too.
Let's make sure the more homes we build, the better our neighborhoods get.
And the mayor also has expressed his support tonight for Measure C, which would raise the hotel tax to help pay for an expansion of the convention center, as well as pay for some road improvements and homeless services. We're reporting live tonight. Anthony Pura, 10 News.
Anthony, thank you. We have new information on that motorcyclist who died after an accident in El Cajon earlier this week. He has been identified as Julian Garcia. Police say on Monday night he slammed into the back of a parked construction truck on Valley Lake Drive. A nurse who heard the commotion ran out of her house to help. Garcia was taken to the hospital where he later died. And a gas line break in Chula Vista that forced some evacuations has since been fixed. This was at a recycling plant at the 2800 block of Main Street. SDG&E told us that a forklift there hit a 3/4-inch pipe connected to a gas meter. Emergency repair crews got the break under control just after about 4 today. No injuries were reported.
Taking a live look outside as we turn to our weather, rain will be headed our way tomorrow, and meteorologist Angelica Campos is tracking that system as it heads our way. Angelica.
Yeah, even when you stand outside tonight or you step outside, you can feel the dew in the air already. The moisture is rising. The clouds are dropping and visibility is doing the same. Just under 2 miles in Carlsbad, about 2 miles in Oceanside, and 3 in San Diego. So last night the problems were in Ramona, Escondido area. Tonight it's a little bit more widespread. Of course, we have a lot more moisture. The problems will begin tomorrow as the cold front moves in with a wind advisory beginning at 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. At that same time, most likely rain will become a little bit more widespread, but rainfall will be light all over the county. We'll talk a little bit more about what to expect throughout the day and even into early Friday.
All right, thank you. And you can stay on top of the weather anytime by downloading the free 10 News app. You can access the Pinpoint Doppler and check out our video forecast.
All right, now to the impeachment. The trial of President Donald Trump for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress will officially begin next week. Today, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi officially sent the 2 articles of impeachment to the Senate. They were hand-delivered in a solemn ceremony. Pelosi also named the Congress members who will prosecute the case, led by California Representative Adam Schiff. This comes as brand new evidence comes to light tonight. Rudy Giuliani's associate, Lev Parnas, did his first interview on television. He said the president has not been truthful about what Giuliani and Parnas were doing in Ukraine.
President Trump knew exactly what was going on. He was aware of all of my movements. I wouldn't do anything without the consent of Rudy Giuliani or the president.
Giuliani downplayed Parnas' comments, telling multiple reporters that Parnas is not believable. Chief Justice John Roberts could be sworn in to preside over the impeachment trial as early as tomorrow. Now, there are 4 groups of people to watch during this trial: the House impeachment managers, Trump's defense team, the 100 senators, and Chief Justice John Roberts. The managers are essentially the prosecutors. Trump's team of attorneys, that's the defense. The senators are the jury who will weigh in the evidence and make the ultimate call. And Roberts will be the one presiding over the trial.
It's become what's best for the district and not what's best for the students, and that's wrong.
A shock for parents and students at Eastlake High School on their first day back from winter break. And a message from the district announcing changes in the classroom. Our 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo spoke to parents who say they were blindsided.
Parents say their children's classes were moved without warning. The district says this has nothing to do with their financial struggles and insists that no cuts were made. This email was sent out to parents just after 8:30 Wednesday morning, letting them know some student classes were changed from last semester. For Nadia Keen Ayub's son, that meant this.
He told me that his AP Calculus class, his teacher had one of the classes removed, and so they were consolidated into larger classes.
Her son is a junior at Eastlake High School. Today was the school's first day back from winter break.
A little distraught by it. because he's kind of working really hard at that calculus, but I know that he had created a bond with the teacher.
In the email, the district says the moves were made as a result of a decrease in student enrollment, new teacher placement, and staffing allocations. A spokesperson told 10 News the email is a standard message sent out at the start of second semester, explaining these moves are not related to the district's ongoing financial struggles, adding that no teachers were let go.
And I'm just beside myself.
Keena Ayub says this is the first time her son's classes have been moved.
And it's kind of blindsiding us, and I feel like that's kind of the district's MO.
The district's finances are still being federally investigated by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. For parents like Keena Ayub, fears that these changes will impact her son's grades.
It just seems like any chance the kids have to succeed is now being demoted and taken away from them.
The district spokesperson says these moves are made to ensure the best use of resources. They did not specify how many students were affected or how many classes were rearranged. In Eastlake, Laura Acevedo, 10 News.
Tonight, we are trying to track down a mysterious boom heard and felt throughout San Diego County today. It was not an earthquake, so we reached out to the Marine Corps, who told us that no units from the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing at Miramar reported any kind of sonic boom in the San Diego airspace. The source of the boom still remains a mystery tonight.